I feel like it sounds kind of... Did it just turn itself off? You're gonna learn from my mistakes because I had prepped this full video about how I was gonna be Miss Bob the Builder and do an oil change myself for my moped. And I did do the oil change myself with a lot of help from my baby brother. And we did everything right except for the fact that when we were done, the bike didn't turn back on. That was a fun little surprise. So I'm still gonna put together this video, but my mistakes were, learn from this. I have a Yifen 150cc, it's a Chinese scooter, and all of the manuals that I found online said put in synthetic motorcycle oil. You're supposed to use motorcycle oil. For Chinese scooters specifically, you are not supposed to use synthetic. They are not built for that. The Japanese ones are built for that, as it turns out. So I used 10W40 synthetic, mistake. So next time use conventional. And then I had used gear oil, that was synthetic as well, mistake. Next time use just like the normal conventional one. Also, fun little fact, I didn't know you had to put a specific kind of gas in your moped. I thought any old gas would do. And then when my bike didn't start and I had to call a shop to come tow it and pick it up, they said, well, you're putting 91, right? No, I was not putting 91. I didn't know I was supposed to put 91. What a revelation that was. So all those little noises and shakiness that I thought was I needed an oil change was in fact, I needed to put the correct kind of gas in. So let my mistakes be your lesson. I'll still post this video because it turns out changing the oil and the gear oil on your mopeds is not hard. We can do it. We just need the right materials. So that's my little prelude. Let's go into the mini tutorial, even though it's not really a tutorial because it's like a week and a half later and I finally have my bike back. Oh, let me grab us some gloves. So here's the little dipstick. And then in the bottom, where is it? So I have to be careful because I can feel heat radiating off of this thing. But so everybody knows that there is your oil checker, your oil gauge. You're gonna unscrew that, check your oil, and make sure that it is only up until the little like diamond part. It shouldn't be too much less, it shouldn't be more, because more is bad, less is bad. So that's how you're gonna check your oil. For reference, this is on the right hand side of the bike, and what you want to do is when you're changing the oil, you want to make sure that it's on the center stand, not the side stand, because if it's on the side stand, it's not going to read the oil level correctly. Now where you're going to drain the old oil is still on the right hand side of the moped, and it's going to be this right here. It's a 17mm nut, so you might need a kit in order to get it out, but it's right under here, right hand side, right there. Right there. And again, it's hot as fuck here. Does it smell bad? No, then?
Did you get brake cleaner?
No, I didn't. The videos that I saw, they didn't really use it. They just kind of cleaned it with a cloth. Looks good.
Yeah.
Air-cooled engines like the GY6 don't control their temperature as well as a liquid-cooled engine, so synthetic oil for motorcycles is a good idea.
How much is that? Oh, not even.
Nothing. Yeah, it's halfway.
Oh, it's halfway. Only mire. Oh, so we do need this, like the 700 then. So that's to check your oil levels and to change your old engine oil, but you still have gear oil. That one's a little bit harder to get to in a bike like mine. Ready? For gear oil, we've now moved to the left side of the bike. You're going to need a 10mm lug wrench for that one. The other side was 17. And there's going to be two in this like little back left section, one to drain the gear oil and one to refill it. To drain, and yours might be easier to access than mine is, to drain, it's this little one right here. You're just going to unscrew it with a 10mm and then make sure that drains out. To refill, you don't need too much. The YouTube video that I watched said it's 2 squeezes of the gear oil, and you're gonna refill it here. It's right here, kind of hard to access. It's gonna use the same 10mm to uncap it. To refill, it might be helpful to have a second person. Again, I had my baby brother. I leaned the bike all the way over on the right hand side so that from the left side, he could put the little gear oil refill pouch there and gave it 2 big squeezes. Still? That's not good. There's no reason for us, especially as ladies, to be afraid of doing a little oil change. It's not that hard, you just need the correct materials. So again, learn from my mistakes, and here's my little moped care list that I have going on now. I have the Yifen 150cc 2024 moped. Use only 91 for gas. That's really important. Only use non-synthetic oil and gear oil. What I was told at the shop is that the more high-end scooters, like the Japanese ones, are the ones that will be able to use the synthetic oils, but for Chinese scooters where the materials are a little bit more basic, normal oil and gear oil only. Every other gas refuel, you should be checking your oil using the center stand. If you use the side stand, the oil reading is not accurate. So keep those things in mind. Try changing your own oil. All you really need is a little mat to catch any spills, a little pan to catch the leftover oil, and some sort of like ratchet wrench set that will have both the 10mm and the 17mm. Other than that, have at it and do better than I did.